Well, we'll see. Yeah, I did something with the camera. I don't know. It rotated before I could. I started it before I rotated it back, so just bear with me. It's not that deep. Hmm. It'll be okay. All right, now that we got that situated. Hi, everybody. I know, I know. But some people have production teams and stuff, and it's just me. I don't make excuses. That's just the truth of life. Okay, and it's that boom on that, right? So it's like a mic drop. It's just all right. Thank you. Okay, so as I was meditating on the energy before the reading, right? By the way, welcome to Intuitive Downloads or Tell All Your Business Tarot. Um, yeah, Gabrielle, Auntie Gabby, if you know me. Yeah, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your bookings, your donations, all of those things. Wonderful. Your likes help the channel, subscribes even better. You know what I mean? Notification bell. Ooh, rock out. I really do appreciate y'all. Um, yeah. If you want to do a personal, you need to email me intuitivedownloads19 at gmail.com. Okay. I sometimes post on the other social media platforms, and I do mean sometimes. But this is my primary, so if you want to find me and click into the collective and get your energy circulating, this is where you'll find me. All right. What else? Oh, yeah, but back to the energy, right? So I got that Beatles song, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. So I was getting that your vision is being obstructed in some way, right? So there's some sort of glamour work that was attempted or will be or is currently at play. You know, we've been getting a lot of energy from the Neptunians. I don't know what else to call them because it's like all of Neptune's children. So if they have any sort of like, I don't care what galaxy or whatever, I don't care, far, far away. It has something to do with the water, with the emotion, being able to manipulate people's energies and or emotions because of that, especially when it comes to your spiritual vision and things of that. Like there's some substance that's obscuring, okay, because the song is Lucy in the Sky. It's like a long drawn out reference to LSD, you know what I mean, like some sort of psychotropic drug or hallucinogen that alters your vision, alters your consciousness, but done without parameter, it could just kind of leave you in the wastelands. Yeah. So there's something with that. You know, Neptune is the 12th house. You know what I mean? Some of it is like it's not. Some people just need to recognize. Pardon the retrograde energy. Okay, if I'm over explaining or da da da, it is what it is. Some people are not quite realizing so much of their current circumstance has to do with their karma. Period. Point blank. Right? And so, depending on what you have in your 12th house, right, will show you how this is hindering you. You could have, you know, Gemini in your 12th house. You'll have to investigate how, and if there's like, if it's a good aspect, you know what I mean? Like, do some research, because you're failing to see that so much of it's self-inflicted. Like, even like your emotions are being manipulated. There's a purpose to the spiritual journey that you're on, but it's like you're being blinded by the light, right? Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Diamonds are brilliant, but it is not the luminosity of the sun. And so you're only seeing a facet of something. You need to see it bigger, 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 bigger is what's the thing right now. Bigger picture, but break through the glamour. Because I do feel like that is a part of this. It's like maybe you're not recognizing you're in the forest, but I also feel like something outside of self or some is influencing your ability to see these things clearly. It's a false light. You're following false light, something like that. Let's see. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, angels, guides. Archangel Metatron, I love you. You've been doing fun things for me lately. Thank you. I appreciate you. Archangel Michael, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Archangel Raphael, thank you for joining me. Archangel Ariel, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Angels and guides, let's do this. Ancestors too, you know, y'all always in the house. I took 8. I feel like one's a repeat. Haha, I was right. It's funny. I'm getting like, I see aioli. Right. So for those of you who are culinary people, right, you know what an aioli is, right? For those of you who are not, it is a sauce, a combining of different ingredients in an emulsified process, usually a mayonnaise base. Okay, right? And the mayonnaise has many, not many, but ingredients. You know what I mean? So it's an amalgam of an amalgam. It's the best way. But right, maybe it's time to simplify. Go for something more soothing or a more healing approach instead of just piling it on more and more and more and more. Mm. I was seeing Hanoi. Isn't that Vietnam? Hi, if you're in Hanoi. I feel like the H wants to hightail it, like somebody's trying to get away from something instead of facing it head on. It's interesting. It involves a compromise. This is why, right? Like literal. In order to achieve a common goal, this is funny how they're giving me this, right? This is this big picture thinking, right? Just look at the structures here, right? This H is like, I want to go. It's so funny. Um, but you see how equal parts and then the bridge in the middle, right? For true stability, right? And the H is a 4, has a value of 4, which is another level to this, right? Foundation, blocks, building, da 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 da. Um, but in order to reach a common goal, see, there's still that bridge, right? You can depend and lean on one another, right? To get to a common goal, you work together, not against each other. Yeah, this is a thing, right? But you can only go so far, right? But if you use this sort of foundation, right? A foundation, right? You can build upon that. See, it's a ladder. You've already seen what you can achieve independently, right? I don't It'll make sense. It'll make sense to you, okay? Like I hear it, it makes sense, but how it applies in your life, according, looking at the bigger picture, looking at, maybe there's something clouding your vision and that sort of process, right? You've seen how far you can get on your own, right? Although you see this bridge was always there, right? But you have to come to it. Otherwise, it's like, why are you in my space? Why are you in my space? Like, get back over there, right? But here, it's like understanding that you want and need the other. Common. Oh, okay. Alien. Ha! That's so funny. Okay. Right. Something's foreign, or something's obscuring the vision, right? Going back again to the song. Something's obscuring. Maybe you can't see that something is out of place, that something is foreign. But this, it's so funny, right? Because I'm looking at like lean. It's wow. Okay, you take that I out, right, and then you have the lean, meaning together, like the apex energy of the A, right? But the other way, it's like debt, like codependency instead of cooperation. Interesting. Okay, like this could be foreign, right? Huh. It's like for the better of all, right? The individual, the I, that has to be removed. Things have to be cut away. Also, lean like protein, right? Cutting the fat. Hydrogen, right? H, isn't that hydrogen? Or H is hydrogen. Hydrogen and oxygen, right? What's missing? The two, right? Interesting. Two. Two must work together. Unity. We keep coming back to this, right? The world is a funny place. It's it's an illusion. The way things are being orchestrated, and they are being orchestrated. They want you to go against what you know in your nature by flooding you with fear and terror and trauma and violence. It's a propaganda tool like no other. Shake people to their core, rattle them, make them feel unsafe, bombard them with it over. You know, it's we're not actively engaged in any sort of direct conflict here in the States, but by proxy, we are heavily. And it's like we are being forced to absorb the trauma and drama of something that is none of our business, but because we're funding it, right? By proxy, right? It's like, pay attention. They're trying to obstruct your view. And it's so interesting, right? Because, like, I've been watching the legislation that's getting pushed through and all of these things, and you've got all of these people, right, who are on all sorts of medications, and I mean that, like hormones, antidepressants, antipsychotics, um, all sorts of things, painkillers. These are cocktails that are in people's systems, right? When most of them really just need to breathe, right? They need the H2 or water, right? They need hydration, purity, things like that. They need emotion, connectivity. But they're doing all of these things to pollute your emotions, making you feel foreign and alien to one another, instead of you knowing that we've always, as people, global people, world people, doesn't matter your individual culture, country, we come together. We lean on one another in times of extreme adversity. It has never been the governments that have saved any fucking body. They are the ones going to war, right? It has always been the people themselves who have pulled them up by their bootstraps. It's only when the populace at large became dependent upon something outside of self that we find ourselves in this sort of emotional turmoil. Keep it simple, stupid. They don't want you to do that. They want you completely at their teeth. Absolutely dependent on something that is foreign to yourself. It's interesting. Hmm. Y'all need to look to the water. They got you looking in the sky when really you need to be looking to the water. What lies beneath. Y'all warp sometimes. You know that? Hmm. Right. What's raining down, right? Hell, right? It's not what you think. They want your praise. It's a false light. This has been going on for eon. Wow, that's a really long time. An indefinite and very long period of time. So a unit of time equal to 1,000,000,000 years. Think about that. What? Look. An emanation or phase of the supreme deity that's coming from Neoplatism, Platonism, and Gnosticism. Okay? Like, get my facts straight. Stop it! Put your nails in me. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. New patterns, right? That's so funny. I literally watched this movie the other day called Above the Shadows, excuse me. And it was a girl. The movie focused on a woman, a young lady, um, who had lost her mother, right? But she was the middle child of three, right? Equal middle. And somehow she had become invisible. Like she just slowly started to fade. But really, what it was, right, was her own grief, right, blocked out everybody else. She was not there for anybody else in their grief, in their time of need. She was only solely focused on what she was going through. And what's funny is that she was a gossip photographer, right? No one could see her, so she could literally slip into people's places and they never even saw her. She take pictures, like you'd be like, how the heck was there a camera? Da 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 da. Literally ruining people's lives, right? Right. Very interesting movie, like the whole process. And only when she ran into someone whose life she had directly impacted, what she perceived, right? Again, her own view, right? And if you offer someone your view, right, some sort of victimhood, codependency, something, most people will exploit that. They will take advantage of it, period, point blank. But through that process, right, because eventually someone actually saw her, someone who was on the same frequency, the same vibration that she was. And it was just so like, wow, you can see me, you can see me. The attention that she was craving, right? I taught my children there's a difference, right, between good attention and bad attention. Very vague sort of concept, right? Because like when you're teaching them constructive behavior, like learning to be independent, and that's okay. There's time for yourself, and then there's time you want to be around others. And teaching my children how to differentiate that process was pertinent on their communication, their behavior, their outbursts, all of it. They were taught that at any given time, they could just say, I would like some attention. And that's just what it was. And it wasn't like they were, no, not at all. Quite the opposite. But it allowed them to actively assess their own emotions and their own needs, teaching them interdependence opposed to latching. Different, very important. Most of us do not get those lessons. I know I was not in that context by any means. Not, you know what I mean? But it's the, you know what I mean? Like, uh, the lessons, the lack of seeing the patterns, even in the kaleidoscope of the sky. People not understanding that this is a calendar, a way of which of, in essence, foretelling the potentiality of things, the influence, the impact, and being able to a great degree choose, truly invoke free will. But when you're paying attention, right, when you're seeing it for more than just the oohs and the ahs and the, ooh, what's that? You start to recognize that even in what seems like a scattered array of just pretty lights, there is a grand design. There is a ebb and a flow and a rotation and all of these things at play. There are forces at play. This is a detriment. This is something that really does hurt us all. You know, I have it on pretty interesting, pretty direct authority that the earth has been reset more than people realize. The only remnants left of how far we've gotten and every time are the megalithic structures we find. Truly, that's the only evidence that we have been reset and reset and reset and reset and reset and reset and reset. And it will continuously happen until people choose to work together. Cooperation, not annihilation. There's no beyond that because we never get there. We clearly choose the path of destruction every time. It's so funny, right? It's like now or never, right? Because the Z, I mean, if you turn the N sideways, you get Z, you get Z, you get the end. Mm. Take the pride away. It's funny. I feel like the Leo constellation of Leo is very insignificant. Also, the symbology of the Sphinx. Like I put something on the community board the other day. If you read it, you read it. If you didn't, you didn't. Um, but the Sphinx, part of that great mystery of the Sphinx, right? Dolph said he buried a ship many miles beneath the Sphinx, and if people could ever solve the actual paradox, they would be able to raise it. I don't want to say it out of turn, but I get the suspicion as I keep thinking Pope Leo, but I think there were a few of them. Yeah, I think up to 13, 14. All right. Pope Leo the first. Because okay, first. 400, circa 400, right? 10 November 461, also known as Leo the Great, the Bishop of Rome from September 29th, 4040, until his death. Leo was a Roman aristocrat and was the first pope to have been called the Great. He is perhaps best known for having met Attila the Hun in 452 and persuaded him to turn back. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like, wow, remember how I said it's the wrong thing? How people have been worshiping and doing the wrong light. Now, check this out. Okay, so we left off. He is perhaps best known for having met Attila the Hun in 452 and persuaded him to turn back from the invasion of Italy. He is also a doctor of the church, most remembered theologically for issuing the Tomb of Leo, a document which was a major foundation to the debates of the Council Chalcedon or whatever, the fourth ecumenical council. That meeting dealt primarily with Christianology and elucidated the Orthodox definition of Christ being as the meeting, no, excuse me, meeting, blah, 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 definition of Christ as being of the hypostatic union of two natures, divine and human, united in one person, with neither confusion nor division. It was followed by a major schism associated with the monophysitism or physicism, excuse me, and Miaphysitism. He also contributed significantly to developing ideas of papal authority. See what I mean? It goes back that far when it got really twisted. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna do more research on this because this is where it, the Christianity and its earliest foundations. This is I don't know if he was the first pope. He was the first one to be called great. Let me just see. Oh, that gets confusing because there were like up to 10 popes at a time. The empire was very, very, very scattered. So they give credit to Peter. Wow. That's so funny because the other day, right, I was looking up, like, what does Peter mean? Peter literally translates to rock. So when they translate, Peter, to whom I'll build the rock of my, foundation, rock, right? Teachings, principles, right? Because according to what I'm looking at very briefly, he was one of the strongest leaders within the disciples. How did they come to that conclusion? God only knows. Interesting. It goes back that far. The separation thing. See? The idea of two things, right? Independent but meeting in the middle baffled them. They unified something from what I'm picking up on that should have never been unified. They didn't have the authority to do such. There's holes. There's a massive hole in it that keeps people in some crazy loop. Like, it's funny. It's like and. Interesting. Ye old age, y'all funny. This lie. I'm not, listen, I'm just doing what I'm told. Still wants to get away. That's funny. All right, so I'm gonna do my best. I ask for the spirit of discernment. I truly do. Truly do. Because stop it. Not trying to misguide anybody. You know what I mean? Ah, on demand. Thank you. Need that extreme discernment. Maybe that's what everyone should be praying for right now. Period. Point blank. In order to cut through, to see the truth, right? To recognize these patterns and these cycles and not learning these lessons. This is what people should be praying for. Like extreme gratitude. Open your hands, you're going to receive it too. There really is this universal interconnectedness to us all. Truly. Interesting. Trust in the actions you were guided to take, I guess, in the uncovering of these truths. Okay? Divine guidance. But there is this claiming, right, of your personal power in its purest forms, right? You have been given divine sovereignty. We keep going through this, right? No longer giving away personal power. Speak and you shall have. Yeah, literally. This is like a pure fact finding mission that they'll be sending those of you who have this curiosity and this shove from spirit. You'll be going through this before the next full moon. This is going to be interesting. Discernment's right there. Oy, oy, oy. Really? I knew it. I already knew it. Cinco de Mayo. I knew it. That date has been coming up since March. So there is something very, very significant that will be uncovered. The energy will be ripe. Yeah. The lunar eclipse, right? The lies, the secrets, those things that no longer serve, right, will be moved out the way. Fears moved out the way. It's a great revealing, a great uncovering sort of energy. Yeah, definitely. Some of you are about to go on a fast to purify yourself in this process. Mm, all right. That's a different message. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I don't think there's anything else with this. Trust the action you're going to be. I mean, once you get a little spark or like an oat of what you're looking for, you're going to be off and running with it. Might be downloads. It could be actual information, people. Really? Uh-oh. Don't be jabbing. Ooh. They about to come out with a do-it-yourself at-home vaccine. Mm-hmm. They hoping they can get y'all to bite on this shit. Look at this. Mm. Bit by bit, they working on it. Is that a D? Is that a real? Check that. Mm. Is there a DJ? I don't know. Bebe Terrence Stewart, known professionally as Bebe, American DJ, record producer, entertainer, actor, media personality, down in Shreveport. Interesting. I hope you're okay. Like for real. New music, digital music. I don't know. I see. All right. What's up with Jay? I'm missing an E, but something about Jay in your debit card. I don't know. You might want to look into that or look into your debt. TBT. I know what to be determined means, but I don't know. Oh, Jay could be by, right? I don't know. Maybe Jay's gonna bid on something. I don't know. I'm hearing no Jedi. No, what? Yeah, because Jay Knight's heart, like, yeah, like, y'all stupid. I don't know. Jay about to get caught up with something about debit cards and TD Bank. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're gonna be doing a lot of jabbing. Like, they're gonna talk. They're not doing, whoever this is, they will not do time. They're not gonna do a bid for nobody. So, hey, that's so funny. So, hey guys, if you're watching, like, the ones who, crack down on crime, I feel like Jay's the one. I don't know who Jay is, but I feel like they're the one you should talk to, because that's the inside guy at TD, doing all the, like, the schemes and that, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, yeah, DA, yeah. They gonna get y'all. hmm The DA's like, thank you. Oh, you welcome. You welcome. It better not be. I'm leaving that alone. Yep, leaving all that alone. Y'all play too much. I don't want no parts of celebrity anything. Nope, not dealing with it. Back in the bag. Back fair. What about fair? Listen, baseball out fair. Out. Somebody or somebody could be like far out. What's far out? I don't know. Maybe somebody smelling something foul out in the field. It's a dead rat. I don't know what they'll tell you about that. Um, it's way out there though. Somebody, I don't know. You like tofu? You vegetarian? There's no such thing as a tofu fair. Fuck out of here. If there's a tofu expedition, I'm interesting. There is in Northern California soy and tofu festival. Oh, hold on. I'll be. Oh, y'all play. Y'all play. Y'all play. So I started hearing that old school song. Last night a DJ saved my life. So if you're going to this tofu festival in NoCal, El Monte, no, wrong one. Like I know they had one last year. I don't know if they're gonna have one. What is that? It's San Francisco's Japantown Peace Plaza. That's where it was before. So I don't know. I'm start that DJ song. So if you go and there's a DJ booth, you might want to be near it. You know, weird stuff's been happening. But I stand corrected. My guys was like, no, there is a tofu festival. Like, what? That's crazy. Mm. If you have pets, you need to vacuum. Like, it's the fur in the air or something like that. It's not just, it's stuff blowing in the wind. Like, it's like, and like, two. Oh, hey, Ray. Ooh, I don't like that with the whole tofu fair or yeah. And then now I'm seeing AR. Please be careful. What's Foti? Foti? Not Fufu. Foti? What's Foti? Ah, okay. Foti benefit side effects. So it's an herb used in traditional Chinese medicine, studied for its purported anti-aging and anti-inflammation, inflammatory property, anti anti-inflammatory. Lord help me. Yeah, properties. You gotta be careful if you're taking this. It can cause liver damage. Like if you're gonna use traditional Chinese medicine, I really recommend you seeing a traditional Chinese practitioner. Like for real. Can cause nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, and liver damage. Yeah, be mindful. It says Foti has been researched for its potential role in the treatment of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, both of which are typically diagnosed in the aging population. To enhance memory and learning. Okay, studies done on mice includes blocking inflammation and reducing the severity of edema, which is swelling. All right, I would do some research. All right, like really. I don't know. Listen, I just do what they tell me. Foti. All right. Yeah, cause you. I don't know. Somebody might have a UTI. They ain't my business. Take care of it. But you might want to look into some things. Maybe they're saying go the route of herbal medicine, investigate, talk to a practitioner, especially if this is something chronic for you. I didn't see that as a. There's no correlation between those two. Did I say? Lord. I mean, it helps with constipation. Yeah, anyway, I'm not giving medical. I was just investigating for my own like purposes. See, look, this is twice now. Look, you the other one we pulled alien. Now I'm seeing UFO. Yeah, this one's the other one felt like water. This one's in the air. That is just so special, spirit. Don't play that song. Y'all no. Y'all funny with that one. I'm an alien. I'm an alien. It's a beautiful. Are they collaborating with these? What? I don't know. Y'all know. We just do this. We just do this. I feel like it's too much for them to keep back. Like it's been too much. Like they gonna disclose something. I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. Yeah, but see, a lot of shit's been going on in the sky about them coming down. No, it better not be no like they're saying friendly. So Page of Wands, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not kidding. Um, like it's a whole bunch of them descending. I feel like it might be that time for their return. You know, ancient civilizations have talked about, you know, them being from like Narubu and or Nibiru or however you say it and all that. And there's an elliptic. People talk about Planet X and yeah, you better come on now, come on now. Stay with me now. These are different. These are very very different. I told you, right? It's so funny that we're doing this. Y'all play too much with this shit, right? Because we've been talking about the whole the Neptunians. That's the best way I can do it. You see the fish and all the fish people, and you know, even the papacy and how they use the Midas head, and that come from the fish people. Even though the Egyptians use, like, man, it's a lot to like. So it's hard to articulate all of these things, but it could be something like that. Mm, don't play. What's this about? UFOs in the air. What's wrong with y'all? The lovers. Oh, whoa. Angels and demons. Not even joking. Not even joking. Wow. Look at that. You do see them, right? I feel like it's trickery, y'all. You got to be careful. Look. Ooh, look. Ooh. Wait, wait. Some of us have been calling for assistance to battle these demonic forces. Y'all call them what you want. You can call them UFOs, alien. I don't give a shit. But see, look, Magician, Justice, Sun card. Look at this. All right, and look who right there, Page of Wands. Look, Divine Feminine, you've been calling for help. Yes, you have been. Yes, to help fight. Wow, Divine Feminine, you called for reinforcements. Y'all, look at this shit. Hold on. just got to put these cards down so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Because this is a lot. Look, I told you it was they. Look, every time. These cards I'm took. Man. Anyway. So we have the Magician. We have Justice. The Sun. Page of Wands, right? The Empress. Three of Wands. Nine of Wands. The World, right? Temperance. The Fool. Hierophant. Judgment. Five of Wands. The Strength card. The Chariot. Ace of Swords. You called for reinforcements to fight this fight, because this battle for it is being turned up, like, because you're wrestling against things that are not of the flesh, and so there's only so much you can do when you my God, you called for reinforcements, you asked for help, and then fucked around and expected it, and it came and it's coming. So it's interesting, right? Because I've been seeing a lot of things flying in the air. People are like, it looks like an angel. It'd be like a humanoid with wings. It's something to all of that with what I'm picking up right now. I do not feel like that is visual effects. I feel like that is a visual manifestation to which people can handle. Handle. Okay? Okay. Okay. As above, so below. So as the heavens wage war, man, that is some interesting ish right there. She like, help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody. Oh, on the ground, and I do appreciate you coming. Look, so help me, help me. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They doing shit at night too, though. I want y'all to know that. Look at the skies at night. Look. Look. If you ask for discernment, you gonna see clear as shit. I'm not even joking. Like, if you was like, hey, I want to see beyond the veil, no problem. You gonna see behind the veil. This is crazy. Like, this is crazy. You're gonna see some crazy shit. Like, these energies, like, this feels like a vision. It feels very much like John or Peter or Paul when receiving visions. I'm not kidding. You're gonna see karma in action. I mean cosmic forces karma. Okay? Look. Page of Wands, Death, Stars, Tower, Hermit, Ten of Swords, Eight of Wands, excuse me, Page of Swords. Like, you going, this is crazy. Look, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. You got some good news. I don't know what you're about to witness, but you gonna see some shit. Like, you really gonna see some shit. You're, whatever they've been, like, there's something that is coming to light. This manipulation. These for some it's rituals. These could be those I'm hearing like a list of known agents, all right? They call them devil worshippers, but I'm gonna call them agents. But I am gonna honor what Spirit said to me and tell y'all, like, straight up. Like, they choose. Like, this is the path they choose to cooperate uh, and work with these forces under the cover of darkness, trying to control and manipulate people by using these fear tactics. That's what we started out with, right? This is why we were talking about unity and people coming together in times of crisis. But you know, they're gonna expose them. Like, I don't know if y'all heard, but but I listen. I forget what Don Lemon did like a couple months back, but I had told somebody, I said, yo, they just canceled Don Lemon, and now we get official word that he was fired. Tucker Carlson was also let go, right? Um, and he's anti-war, right? So if you don't go along with the machine, they get rid of you, right? You're like, oh, you're a broken cog. You don't want us to spin. You gotta go. Let's replace the part. So this is what's going on. Just letting y'all know. But I feel like I think they shouldn't have did that. I think the worst thing they could have did, y'all. I'm gonna say like this. I pray for everybody, right? I don't know everybody individually, but I'd be like, oh, blanket of protection on mankind. But I do feel like some of these people, whoever this looks like a whistleblower with the sun and the justice card, like somebody going to Congress, like, guess what I know? Page of Wands, Death card, right? Star. Like, this was like somebody who was like, well, like people like what they had to say, they welcomed it, right? But they took down this star, right? They took down this person in the spotlight, right? Bam, Death Star Tower, right? And they know where all the the bodies are buried. Like for real, Hermit, Ten of Swords. Like literally, you took down somebody who genuinely knows where all the bodies are buried, metaphorically speaking. And now look, Eight of Wands, Page of Swords. Like, they're going to run tell that on some Martin Lawrence shit. And the public is going to be like, yay! They need to be careful. I'm praying for you, Tuck, because I think it's you. I really do. I think it's you. And so I'm going to pray for you because I hope they don't come for you. Um, but it could be Don. It could be the other one, right? The man who's played pool the whole time, right? He was a company man, did everything. And when he finally decided that he was an individual and was going to use his voice for how he actually felt, oh, so it might be the other way. It might be Don that comes out and exposes where all the dirty tricks are. But either way, there's something pretty big, because yeah, on the surface, look, these people will be like, what? They act like they God fearing is what I'm getting. But behind closed doors, it's like day and night. But no, for real, I got the moon and the sun. Day and night. I don't know. This is funny. But there's something in the air. You can taste it. Why y'all bringing out tar? Tar stinks. It's a cover up. Because if you know anything about roofing, a fresh tar coat will last you a very long time. It will. But from my experience, right, that this could be reapplied, coat after coat after coat. But if you never find the leak, the water still finds its way through, right? It still seeps through because the barrier's not right. They didn't fix the actual problem. They tried to cover it up. They tried to put a tar coat on it. No, 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 no. Maybe that's what this shit is too. Remember, because we saw something and then they was like, no, 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 it's a Chinese spy balloon. And, no, 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 no. Right? They tried. No, this is not happening. That's eyes like investigate, 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 and the horns and the train. Yeah, they about to find out that I've seen other documentaries through the course of my life, and a lot of scientists who've actually worked with these entities call them interdimensional beings because they could walk through fucking walls. They had to figure out how to contain them. And a lot of it has to do with shit like this. Funny enough, crystal grids and stuff. Hmm. Just saying. Hmm. How do you trap an energy in something designed to house it? But yeah, this tar coat's got to come off. See, that's what I also know about roofing, right? And I'm using roofing because it starts at the top, right? So I remember one time I was watching Scandal a long time ago, and Livia Pope, right? And it's funny, right? Pope, right? The pontiff, the papacy, go back to Leo and all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. The fish rots from the head. Ooh. That's why really fresh fish still has a head on it. But the minute the eyes go red, they cut that bitch off. Like, sell it fillet, freeze it. Just telling you. Right. So they thought they could probably stop the spread by covering this up, and they cannot. But I just want you to know, they'd be like, oh, they're here to help us. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They really, really not. They want what we. Oh, interesting. You know, Terra is Earth. Like, literally. I know that from watching Gone with the Wind. Terra! Terra! But it comes from Latin. Anyway. Yeah, this little coat ain't gonna work. They got a rat. There's a leak. Somebody's gonna like do some sort of disclosure about all sorts of weird shit. We're just gonna put it in the weird shit category. Oh, and that's funny. I don't have a N, but I'm NATO. There's somebody from NATO, maybe. Oh, hold on. Wait, wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's Norway. Yep. I looked up where it's fir trees, right? I said NATO, right? Don't play with me. All right. It says the Scandinavian coastal conifer forest or Norwegian coastal conifer forest is a a pale Arctic. I can't say it. Ecoregion. A pale, a pale Arctic. A pale Arctic. A pale Arctic. It's the retrograde. Like trying is like a different level right now. Like, anyway, it's a temperate rainforest. And Norway's been having issues, right? I know. Hold on. No, they've been having issues between Russia and this Ukraine and NATO thing, and they normally side with Russia. Yeah, they have a limited participation in three areas, but they are a member of NATO. The North Atlantic. That's what. Okay. They changed what they call UFOs. Aerial flying object. AFO. A. UAPs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna. Mm, somebody could turncoat that. This. Somebody could be trading secrets. Also, manipulating shit. This. Some. It could be like they're demanding fairness in some capacity, right? Or they're out. Maybe it's getting too far out. Like we have this extreme left and right sort of thing, and you know, within America, maybe that's spread within the UN. It does seem like they're all on this global agenda shit. I've been hearing them drop the New World Order tagline again. This is interesting. I've never. They're all majors. Y'all do see this shit, right? Like, so this is imminent. Like every last one of them be a major. So we ain't gonna have to wait long to find out what this is. But this definitely feels like they got two different things. One about like aliens and shit like that, and then something about fairness with NATO and Norway and something coming to light. Seriously, like they want it like equal, like or none at all. Mm, there's definitely a rat. Something about a ruse as well. But this is a gamble. Like they tried to play like roulette. They chose the path that their own route. They're gonna have to ride with it, right? But this could really cause like chaos in the streets, right? Like people could really, 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 really push back. Like I don't know. This could be an Air Force person, you know, or people could push back against this branch for maybe cover-ups and lack of transparency. But listen, don't mess with service people. They, you're sworn to oaths, okay? Even though we have that one document thing, which might be part of this, I don't know. Yeah, something about a frat, like a boys' club within or something like that, like the inner sanctum. Mm-hmm. Fry. Um, this is interesting. Like please don't come for me. I really do mind my business. I just do the shit they tell me to do. Don't. Some rituals, rites. Oh, I know what that is. Hi guys. Yeah, there's a lot of excess in something. Insulation, fat. Like they're trying to protect this, like, but they can't because there's a leak with the tar. Like they keep trying to cover it, but they can't. There's so much to this. There's so much density. This is buoyant. You know what I mean? They cannot suppress this. Is what I'm getting. Like, mm, mm. Well, I would expect all the upper echelons that partake in any sort of governmental policies are going to be um, involved in this. Any head of state, any leader of any country, whether they have a title of royalty or if they are just part of the republic. Oh Lord. Yeah, Raph, like, yeah, this shit's coming to the surface. There's nothing they can do. Like nothing. Like nothing. Like I said, it's fat, it's buoyant, it's a raft. Like this shit it's got legs. Like they, oy. Could be dealing with France too. What? Isn't that? Oh. Could be something dealing with the FARC down in Colombia. Like, yo, I don't like this. Like, this is gonna be messy and smelly because they just showed me fart. Like, this is not gonna be. They're not gonna be able to clear this air. Like, this is gonna be bad. Lord have mercy. I don't think I want any more of that. Let's pick those up. Let's pick these up. Let us not dilly dally too long. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I get that too. Y'all play too much. Uh-uh. So, I mean, we are. Mm. Yeah, there's Justice, the Five of Swords, right? And then the Empress. Now, going back to Colombia, right? You know, we do things, not we, like I'm a part of it. Let me rephrase that. Meaning the government does things, right? They work with people, they put them in places of power, right? To manipulate, to control, the ebb and flow of the emotional current. Like these jackals are real. Like, for those of you who watched the January 6th shit, I feel like this is some of the information that's coming out about that. But anyway, yeah, somebody got facts. They got intel, insight. They got all of it. They know the who, the what, the where, the why. Like, they was there for it. But if you do your research, you'll see exactly the things they do to undermine countries, right? It's how to overthrow a government. Like, it's a playbook they use. It's pretty standard. Mm. There's a bunch of stuff coming out. Well, I guess it's time. All right. Let me leave that alone. Just gonna shuffle these and put these down and pull some more tiles. Oh. Well, if you want to talk about the Neptunians, that's fine. Just the aquatic peoples. Out of all our planets in the solar system, that's one of the least explored. They keep opting not to stop there. To me, that say a lot. Scientists is nosy. I mean, nosy, like ethically nosy. Have no real boundaries until someone goes, well, okay, fine. You said we can't, so we won't tell you that we're doing it. All right. The Glamourians. Y'all play too much. But that's a part of the glamour work. These people, you know what I mean? The emotional manipulation, all of these things. Because I'm looking at Neptune. This is glamour and illusion. The Glamourians, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna do this without offending folks. Okay. So we have pie. All right. We also have, the infinitesimal pie as well. Um, mm, Somebody's gal pal, right? They could play for the other team, you know what I mean? But I feel like somebody play like they who? Why? Why would they play at it? Somebody's all talk with lip, right? They talk like, you know what I mean? Like they might be might be gay, but they're not. It's lip service. Cause they saying they eat the pie. they like they lying. They eat the pie. Like they lay with, or they might be, ooh, they might be gay for pay. Somebody could be lying about being gay for pay. Wow. Somebody, I feel like this person's in college and they're lying. This is how they're paying for college. I'm not even joking. Wow. Somebody lying about that. Y'all be careful out in them streets. We're gonna cover that in a second. Hold on. Let's look at that. Because this person's a college student, or they might even have a professor that could be manipulating them in some way for a better grade. Could even be like, they have them student teachers. I don't like it. I wouldn't trust it. This is a heads up about a setup. I don't. This could be a lie somebody's spreading about another person. Also, this lie could be very brutal. I would not do that. Like, if this happens to you, do not hurt yourself. I'm not even joking. I'm not. Because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you're at a vulnerable age. Like, you should talk to somebody. You should pursue legal course if this lie is something. But this is a serious heads up. Take a moment before you react, because it's a terrible lie. It really is. It could also be someone trying to get you to it's just malicious. It's an attack. Like someone's using their words to attack someone. It's going to get back to them. I feel like this could be a guy who could potentially just be soft spoken or something like that, but they're lying. This guy is not gay for pay. They're not. They're not. They're not. This person's actually very um spiritual, maybe even religious. They're devout in some way. They have virtue and honor about themselves. It's because they're not out there, looking for anything to bury their stick in. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is terrible. Yeah, it's a general collective. Someone's waiting on the right person. I'm not even joking. They're not. They're not any, like, somebody is lying. For the just GP, just for GP, for fucking GP. Like, not one reason. This the general principle, like, because they can, because they're a douchebag. Somebody's lying on somebody. Yo, that's defamation. Yeah, somebody doesn't believe that you're as smart as you are, young scholar, right? There's no way you could be making the grades that you're. Yo, you must, man. Like, somebody's being harassed, straight up. This person, I feel like it's a female who's lying on you at that, because you don't want them. You want someone loving and nurturing, sweet and kind, compassionate, someone who has some respect about themselves. And because you didn't want someone who was competing with you, and like, nah, this chick is going out her way to throw shade. It's definitely a female lying on a guy. This is a classmate of yours. This is malicious. It's reckless too. They could be an Aquarius, this person. They are not a friend whatsoever. Whatsoever. They could be an air sign in general, because now I have the lovers coming out reverse. You didn't do anything to this person, all because you didn't want to be their lover. I'm not kidding. This chick was in your face, wanting to, work with you, collab, but because you have control of your lower energies, you show self-control. You wasn't like trying to get with her, and she couldn't understand why, was confused why you ain't want a DTF. Wow. This chick was trying to get pregnant. I'm not even joking. This person was going to try to trap you because you're smart, right? Like, you're a good catch. I'm talking to a guy right now. She was trying to, right? Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, back to back, Seven of Swords. This is the chick lying on you. One who was trying to trap you, right? Normally this sort of thing works, but you saw real clear. You might even have known this person from your youth, and y'all ended up at the same college. You saw this person do something treacherous back in the day, and you wanted no parts of them then. Right. You was suspicious when this person came towards you because you saw the okie doke. It was all because, like, you're well known, like, right? The universe favors you, right? Because you are this man. Yo, this is crazy. All right. All because you did not want to. You use self-control. So this person's lying. Right. Like I said. Mm. could definitely be a Gemini. Queen of Cups is Gemini energy too. Yeah, I really feel like this person's a Gemini. Strong air sign. Look, this person unsettled you. Like their energy, like you could just feel like something's off with them or something is or was, depending on if this has happened for you or not. Look, and you did it like it wasn't even like the king of swords is, if he's in reverse, he could be very cold, aloof, but you just really weren't interested in this person. Like somebody really is devout is the best way of putting it. Like they're not into just being with anybody. They treat themselves like their body is a temple. They're real about that. Like they've been through a lot. Whoever this is, I feel like this masculine who's being lied on. It could be. It doesn't really matter. It's just the energy. Somebody's in their masculine energy who's being lied on. But because you didn't pay this person any mind, also right? Because you had principles about yourself. I'm not even joking. Like it's, mm-mm. You didn't want somebody in their shadow. Someone who's always trying to, like always making these moves, trying to get to the bigger, better deal, like by any means necessary. Like, oh, I'm gonna get, like, just, mm-mm. Is mm-mm. Spidey senses went off. Somebody values their peace. They want someone who makes them stable, not somebody who brings them drama and chaos. Yeah, you rejected this person straight up. You hurt their feelings. So they've been waiting. I bet they was waiting around to see if the lie took hold, if it would bear any fruit. Oh, it's about to bear fruit. See, Wheel of Fortune. Now, the saddest part about this is that had this person just patient, who knows? But they weren't. They were pushy and forceful. It's like now somebody has exposed themselves. They didn't even ponder the idea of no, not now. If you're in school, right, you're trying to get to where, like, you don't want any delays in your forward movement and where you're trying to get to your trajectory. These lies and these rumors, this gossip, it's going to cost them. They don't see it yet, but it really is. Very strong Gemini energy. They're really gonna end up lying. I mean, like crying, like really. They might try to come towards you once if you start that legal proceeding. Now they're scared about what's coming next. Maybe they tried to come to you and have a conversation, but I feel like all it did was fill in the blanks for the bullshit that they were doing. I feel like the fact that they weren't able to, like, it's something about the manipulation factor. That's, yeah, they really tried to say somebody was a hoe. Like, not even kidding. Somebody that you know, collective. I feel like this is some sort of online thing. You know how there's like group chats and discussion boards? It's something like that. Somebody saw something. They were trying to start this BS, keep things going. I feel like they might have got called out by a Libra, somebody who genuinely has your back. Now it's got this person in their head. Like they can't sleep now because they've been called out for being a liar, like a massive liar. Fear nothing. This is really. I feel like this is over. I feel like this is past tense for some reason. Maybe it's the 999 that's out here. Yeah, we're just, I guess, filling in the blanks for somebody on how this even happened, how this got started in some way. When you was just minding your business, focused on what you was trying to get done. We're just exposing this. You have a lot of reasons to celebrate. I'm not even joking. I really do feel like you're being like celebrated and honored, or you will be. Right, but going back to the original context of this reading, this could be happening in the background, right? This could be going on right now. That there's some sort of lie, lie going on, right? Something that's potentially impacting your money. So we go from the Seven of Pentacles to the Nine, right? You're juggling financially, right? The Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, like it's an illusion, okay? Spirit is telling you don't do anything right now, right? There's no need. Focus on you, focus on love and keeping your vibrations high. Protect your energy from these attacks, this rumor, the gossip, primarily like just these energies that are circulating, this manipulation, right? It's a transit, it's a mind fuck of a transit, right? They're asking you to have patience, wait, be like, don't waver, and especially if it's dealing with money and things like that, it's not real, it's bullshit right now, okay? Just be patient, right? This too shall pass. They want you to co-create, right? Your winning season is here, right? Call it into you, right? As above, so below, right? know. They need you to really know that this is some bullshit. But also that on your path, there will be things that ups and downs. At the same time, don't feed into the fear. Don't feed into the anxiety, the worry. You have literally been through more, right? Look where you are. Do not fear your security or for your security, your independence, your financial independence. None of that. This is, you're fine. The Sun, Ten of Cups, you're fine. Do not feed the fear monster. It's just a trigger, okay? Someone can feel you, by the way. I don't know if you know that, right? But I do feel like the Lord hears your tears. They hear your concerns, right? They know. Your assistance comes from on high, okay? Things will be made balanced and fair. You just hold the faith, okay? You're being tested right now. Spirit is watching you. But I also feel like, within your community, this is so funny, right? You're trying to see what you're going to do. Like, you're being tested, right? There's a war, right? Some sort of battle right now. You're going through some sort of test, death, right? Transformation, chariot, right? Hangman, right? King of Wands. What will you do? How will you act? You know what I mean? Like, you're being tested by people around in your community, right? But I feel like there are angels in your community, in your surroundings. I saw that yesterday, that they've been taking flesh, like they've been coming into this form to be there. Like, you need assistance, you need help. Divine Feminine, you've been calling for help. Your reinforcements are here. Let us not fall victim to a transit, to an illusion, okay? It's temporary. Peep the patterns and the cycles. Even within the kaleidoscope, there are certain shapes and stars, and even though it may look different, it's still the same components. It's all good, okay? Right. Hi. When I see this card, like, he just seemed like the goofiest sort of dude, right? Like, just hi. Just, like a hormone monster. For those of you who have watched Human Resources, that shit is hysterical. If you have never seen like, I feel like if you've never had Netflix or anything like that, and you wanted to, just like, there's a lot of reasons to have it temporarily. I don't think a lifelong subscription is for anybody, right? But at the same time, that shit right there is worth you paying for a month and binging it and cutting it off. I'm just saying, that shit's funny. Like, really funny. Somebody nailed it. Nailed it. I mean, there's gonna be like, I just need you to start singing "Victory is mine." This combination, it don't get no better. Sun card, Ten of Cups. Yeah, just know that it's all temporary. All right, Pete. Right, Pete. Moon illusions. It's not real. False evidence appearing real. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. It's a distortion. It's not real. It's fine. It's temporary. Just like this world. See, this is how I want to help you. Right. I really do want to help you understand that even this world, right, this flesh, it's all temporary, right? And even though things may seem very scary, they're not. They're not. There's literally nothing to fear. Like, nothing. Because fear isn't real. There's reasons to be afraid. Don't get it twisted. But fear is not the same as being afraid. Never confuse the two words. They try to put them together like synonyms. No. There's like, it's the A, right? It meets at a point. There's a reason. This fact and this fact coming together, that's a reason. Just saying. But this, not real. Not real. By the next full moon, you're going to see that full moon lunar eclipse. Right. This is all part of the spiritual journey of becoming a boss, a spiritual gangster. High Priestess, Six of Swords, and the Emperor. All right, all right, all right. Why am I hearing the Beastie Boys? You gotta fight for your right to party. I don't know. Why is the moon here, Spirit? Thank you. See? The energies are unstable, dodgy. There's a sage hiding where? Could be hiding behind their boss.